So we now know that empathetic leadership is the ability to understand the need of others and being aware of their thoughts and feelings. Unfortunately, it's long been a soft skill that's overlooked as a performance indicator. By understanding and providing employees with what they need to succeed, leaders can build a sense of trust, thereby strengthening the relationship they have with their employees, and consequently, the relationship employees have with each other, leading to greater collaboration and improved productivity. Empathetic leadership requires restraint to listen to people's experiences, their stories and perspectives, and draw patterns from that information. Dr. Daniel Goleman, a leading researcher on emotional intelligence, isolates 3 reasons why empathy is so important. The first, increasing use of teams in companies. The second is the rapid pace of globalization. And third, the growing need to retain talent. Dr. Goleman states that leaders with empathy do more than sympathize with their people around them. They also use their knowledge to improve their companies in subtle but important ways. Goleman doesn't mean that they agree with everyone's view or try to please everyone. Instead, they thoughtfully consider the employees' feelings and other factors in making their decisions. Let's talk about some ways that empathy can make you the best leader you can be. First, empathy creates bonds among team members. When you care about someone, it's easy to create a strong bond. When you have a strong bond, you can better connect with and understand the other person's interests and perspectives. Imagine the power of your teams, your business, your leadership when the bonds between them and you are strong. Second, empathy gives you insight into someone else's life. We all have these stories that run through our minds like a good film reel, but we need to remember that the story we tell in our minds is often so different from the story playing in the minds of others. It is by listening intently to someone that you can begin to understand where these differences are. When you listen, you learn. And when you learn, you gain insight. There's always a story behind every person, a reason they are the way they are. Empathy allows you the opportunity to understand before you judge and make assumptions. Another way empathy can help you to become a better leader is by teaching you presence. I've mentioned previously how important it is to listen actively to another person and put your full attention on the person talking without becoming distracted. It's not as easy as it sounds, and too often, when another person's speaking, we're busy judging what they are saying, or we're thinking about what our reply will be. That is, if we haven't interrupted them already. As a leader, it's critical that you first listen to understand, to assist, and to support. Being present means allowing others to have their moment. And it teaches us as leaders to be patient. It means putting others ahead of yourself, which in today's competitive workplace can be challenging. There will be a time later, if appropriate, for you to jump into action. Empathy also guides our understanding. It's never easy to understand why someone feels or thinks the way they do if we've never been in their situation. People's reactions can often be surprising and could leave you clueless about how to respond. Still, with empathy in your leadership toolkit, you don't have to worry about how to react because the goal is not to respond, but to listen. Because of the emphasis you have placed on listening and understanding, Empathy will sharpen your people skills. For a lot of individuals, it can be challenging to demonstrate empathy. It's just not in the DNA. It takes time and effort for them to show awareness and understanding. But when it comes to building teams and earning trust, you have to take an interest in people outside of their everyday work tasks. You have to show curiosity by asking questions about their challenges, their families, and their aspirations. Empathy will also make you a better communicator. When you react to someone with empathy, you tend to listen in a way that makes other people want to talk with you. You communicate in a way that makes people feel safe. You also build trust with your team, and trust is the solid foundation on which any cohesive team is built.